go ahead and jump back into this. That's probably it. Off we go. Marin, your hood. It's maybe it's whenever they take off. It's the wind from the ship, you know. There's a crack in the window. It's blowing her hood back a little. Nothing to be worried about.
Cal, is it time?
We're heading to the abyss now. Fire up the arrays.
I'll be monitoring your progress from here. May the Force be with you all.
And you, Z.
Alright, off we go.
Well, what do you think is taking Z so long?
Dagengara was the only person to live through what we're about to do.
At least we will die together.
My character.
Hey, great pep talk, kids. Hopefully they can fit that on my tombstone.
Look.
Oh god, it's the Illuminati area. We're entering Illuminati space. We need to take extra precaution. This seems super safe.
It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. I'll bet that's what all the other poor saps said right before they were torn into Vortex Chow. Great. Now it's an obstacle course.
This feels more like something that would be in Guardians of the Galaxy than Star Wars. Just saying.
They're coming too fast.
But you are faster. Stop piloting and start flying.
I'm rerouting power from deflectors to the engines.
What are you, crazy? You're trading safety for speed.
Exactly. We're all in on you, buddy.
You're right. It's my ship, ain't it? Greasy does it, baby!
That doesn't make a lot of sense. It's better to go faster than to be safe in a place where there's obstacles.
Hey, wait a minute. Is it me, or is this tunnel getting a tad cozy?
It's not just you. Z, what's going on?
The arrays are overloading. There's nothing I can do.
We need to go faster.
I'm going as fast as I can.
See, now it makes sense to go faster.
Wait a minute. Are you crazy? If you jump into hyperspace blind, they'll be picking up pieces of the Mantis all over the outer rim.
Do you trust me?
You know I do, Cal. Let her ride.
You know what would be brilliant is if they activate it, everything goes to dark, and they roll the credits, and you don't know what happened. I'd love that. Okay.
You did it, you three-armed son of a Gundar!
Well, at least none of us lost our cool. Huh. Wow.
I don't know how I felt about that whole scene.
I hope it's worth it.
I'll be honest, it didn't feel very Star Wars-y. Not to be that guy again, but it was a fun scene, but it didn't feel It felt more like I said, it felt more like Guardians of the Galaxy than Star Wars. Okay, I guess we're here. Purple trees. Nice. Heaven's Edge. It's pronounced Haven.
So this is 10.
I wonder how Bode got here without doing that. I guess he just followed a very specific
So much has changed
route.
since I first heard its name.
The temple's this way.
Now, here's the
Ragnar
thing.
and Centauri Creed planned their future here.
Yeah, if other people, other people knew about it at the time, so I would assume, based on what they've said so far in the lore, the background lore, for this game at least, I would assume there would have been people living here. Let's go. Wait, did I jump off the cliff? I did. Oops. The camera was so busy wanting to show off their mountain.
Bode will not let this end peacefully. He has already used fatherhood to justify betrayal and murder. Now we have him cornered.
He has.
With nowhere else to run.
And he
Go
abandoned
kill.
his wife. I'm sorry, but I get that it's the Empire and the Inquisitors are there. But if your partner, whether it's your husband or your wife, is left with them, you're telling me you're just gonna run away with your kid? You're not gonna try to save your partner? I don't know. I feel like even in the face of the Empire, you would be determined to save your partner if you truly love them. But I don't know. I guess not. Not with him.
Well,
Then again, a lot of people are selfish, so
You're right. But what about Kata? She's not much younger than we were when our families were taken from us.
I know.
You and I will carry that loss for the rest of our lives. But Kata still has a chance.
Yes, she does. Very well. We will give Bo the choice to stand down. For Kata's sake.
And ours.
and if he doesn't stand down, we'll take his head. She's like, oh, Cal, how could you say something like that? Because... Show off.
I keep thinking about something Seer once said. A warning. Every Jedi faces the dark side. I feel so much hatred towards Bode.
Seer won her battle with the dark side. You will too.
Okay, so this is his ship, right? Let's destroy it while we're here, so that if he tries to escape, he
He's still
can't
here.
escape on the ship.
Good.
You know, I mean, am I crazy for thinking that would be smart? I feel like at every opportunity we've come across his ship, we should have been damaging it. Maybe it's like on the off chance of, well, what if we need to use it? I'm sorry, but this would definitely do some damage, right? Wait, where would he put his daughter? This is a one-seater. Maybe she sat in his lap or something. There's a very small storage compartment in the back. He just crammed her in there. It's like, just sit in here. You'll be fine. We go in there and he didn't bring her. He left her for the Empire. That'd be screwed up. He was like, I know Cal's gonna find me, so I should probably just leave my daughter.
To the temple. The Nile are enveloping our position.
The Nile.
Master Gera, that is an order.
I wonder if there's any relation to Darth Nihilus. One of my favorite Sith Lords growing up. I love Darth Nihilus. I thought he was amazing. Or not necessarily amazing, but I thought he was really cool. I don't know who my favorite Sith Lord actually is, though. I almost want to say Darth Revan. Dooku, I have grown to appreciate Dooku quite a bit. But I don't know if he's my favorite. You know what? I might just say, I know General Grievous isn't a Sith, but if he was, he'd probably be my favorite. You know, there's a couple characters I've grown to appreciate more.
Do you hear that?
Kata.
Yeah. Creepy child singing in a cave. Never a good sign. The Emperor and Dooku have grown on me quite a bit as I've started to understand more of their psychology. I think they're actually really cool characters. So she's just singing to herself. It's gonna be a horrible life for her. He's just gonna live here alone with his daughter till he dies, and she dies. That seems a little. That doesn't seem very thought out.
CD1.
Hey, Kata. This is Marin. She's a friend.
I'm sorry Papa hurt you.
Yeah.
He said I'd never see you again. What are you doing here?
Kata, your father stole something very important. We're gonna ask him to give it back.
Will you show us the way?
Okay. Follow me. I don't like it here. It's dark and lonely.
You don't have to be afraid.
You don't have to be afraid. Here's some witchcraft.
Better?
I would not say that's better. It actually, the green glow is a little creepy. Very fancy.
Kata! How did you get here?
It wasn't easy.
You shouldn't have followed us.
Papa, don't!
Stay back, Kata. This is the only way to keep you safe.
She will be safe. I promise, Bode. But listen to me. It's over.
Lay down your weapons.
This planet will be a haven for those hunted by the Empire. Including Kata. And you. But you have to surrender. Now.
Go outside, Kata.
Listen to them, please!
I will decide what's best for my family.
His lightsaber shape is a little questionable. Just saying. It falls in the category of, ooh, we should rethink this design. That's right, I use the dark side on you.
Distract him! I will strike from the shadows.
He put a grenade on my chest. I'm sorry, but there's no surviving that. If someone sticks a grenade right to your chest and you just fall over on the ground, like, it's over. It's over. Ah! Your own grenade. Wait, where's Marin? Maybe she's out for the count. What the heck? Oh my god, we're flying again. Come on, heal.
Stay away from Kata. You can't beat me, Cal. Got a trick for you. Run! Die!
I don't think we're gonna do this on our first attempt.
Another stim.
I think so the second time we attempt this, I think my strategy is gonna be to, unless we beat it, but I think I'm going to probably try to break his defense, then use the dark side. That probably will be the smartest way to go about it. Damn it. Alright, let's try this again. So I think the reality with this character is he's not actually caring about his daughter. It's just him being a coward. He's only hiding here for his own fear of, I guess, loss. Because clearly he didn't care about his wife. Clearly he doesn't care about his daughter in a lot of his actions. And if he thinks he's just going to live here alone with his daughter, it's a little weird for the rest of his life. So clearly he's just a coward. Oh man, what a shame.
Not a chance. You can't beat me, Cal.
Damn it. Damn it. It's like he magically zips around after you. It's like it's almost like the AI locks onto your character, and even if you roll out of the way, it'll like dash over to you. My character looks so funny. Oh God. Here we go.
Hey, BD1.
Damn it. Damn it. Oh man. I had a feeling it was gonna happen, but I was kind of hoping we would just shoot Force Lightning in that moment. Even though we would have technically needed to learn it, it still would have been cool to be able to use it in the game. Oh man. Come on. Damn it. Oh man, that sucked. Night Sister. That's alright. Bode has some good moves, and by that I mean his moves are varied just enough for it to make it a little bit hard to predict them. Where you can watch a pattern, but he doesn't always stick to the same pattern. At least that's how it has been for me so far. I'm sure once you learn all his movesets, well, it wouldn't be that challenging, but at least for now. Damn it. Oh man, that sucks. It seems like he can break my block a lot faster than other enemies I've fought. Because normally I'm able to block most of their, like when they have like a succession of attacks, I'm normally able to block most of them. But him, it's like halfway through his attack, I'm, my defenses are down. It's kind of weird that when you do the dark side move, it forces you to do single stance rather than whatever stance you currently have equipped. It's getting a little frustrating, not gonna lie, but we'll get it.
Let's do this.
You were always weak.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna take a quick break. Just a quick break. I think I need it. I still don't understand how we survived that. You know what? I take it back. The title of the game is Jedi Survivor. Apparently that means you can survive a grenade strapped to your chest. Who is this guy? He is a guy that they introduced at the beginning of the game. He was never in the first game. It was just, here's this new character. He's your new friend that you met between the first game and the second game. So it was just a new character. And he was always acting suspicious, and I was, he's gonna betray us. And then you get towards the end of the game, and he betrays you. That's about it. That's the gist of it. I guess he's now supposed to be the main villain of the game, which is kind of funny because it's not very satisfying. They tried to make him someone that you could sympathize with, but they didn't do a good job. So it's supposed to be that he is a father. He basically, when the Empire took over, he abandoned his wife to the Empire in order to save his daughter, which I don't understand why he wouldn't still go try to save his wife. So basically, he turned evil to protect his young daughter, but he clearly doesn't care about her because his whole plan to protect his daughter is to go to a planet that nobody knows about, that nobody lives on, to live alone in an abandoned temple with his daughter, I guess, for the rest of their lives. But the truth is he's really just a coward hiding there. So he basically betrayed everyone he knew to live in isolation with his daughter. It's weird. I think it could have been done better if they made him a little more interesting, but they didn't. So he's kind of a, honestly, the thing is the game had a big bad throughout it, and you thought he was the big bad, but then I guess now they're trying to say, no, this is the real bad. So It is what it is. I'll probably have a lot to say about the game once the credits are rolling, but I want to see how it plays out. What? That was bullshit. You love honest criticism? This seems like one of those don't get greedy boss fights. Yeah, it kind of is. It's pretty annoying. I won't lie. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm glad that you appreciate honest criticism because the thing is look, I could be wrong, Diabolic, but I feel like we talked about Star Wars in the past and you said that you didn't like Star Wars or you were indifferent towards. I can't remember. Maybe I'm remembering completely incorrectly. But I have a lot of criticisms for Star Wars because I grew up with it. Yeah, you're not a huge fan. That's what I thought. Yeah, so to me it's late. Disney Star Wars is very lazy. They don't really care about the source material. Half of what they put in it doesn't follow the actual rules of Star Wars. So to me, I kind of look at them as two distinct things. I look at it as George Lucas Star Wars and Disney Star Wars. And you can look at it all as Star Wars if you want, but only one is really how it was envisioned by the guy who created it. So I wish George Lucas could speak about it, but he's part of his contract, if I remember correctly, was that he's not allowed to speak out about anything Disney's doing with it. Yeah, it's a big disappointment because I used to read a lot of the books. I played all the games. I know the really deep lore, and all that gets thrown out the window with Disney stuff. It's like there's so many things I could talk about it for hours, but even friends I have who grew up with Star Wars who casually watch some of the Disney stuff, they get really frustrated with certain things they do. Like in some of the original movies, like the lightsabers, if you were hit with a lightsaber, you were either losing a limb or you were dying. It was a deadly weapon. And some characters in the original movies, they got stabbed like in the chest, they're dead. There's no coming back. But in Disney Star Wars, I think there's been like 5 characters or more that have been stabbed in the chest, some multiple times, and they're completely fine. And it drives me crazy because it makes it seem like the lightsabers aren't that strong. Even in like a game like this, you're just slashing at them, leaving marks all over them, and they're perfectly fine. And that's not how it used to be. It used to be that if you were getting hit, something was coming off. So yeah, it is what it is. But it's just I feel like they kind of neutered it in a sense. But I still sometimes play the games, and I just give my honest criticism. I could just not play them at all and be like, you know what, I'm done. But the thing is if I want to, it gives me something to talk about because I did grow up with the original stuff. So I would say I tend to be very critical of Star Wars specifically. I liked Star Wars so much as a kid. I even made my own Star Wars board game where I got sculpting clay because I used to sculpt a lot, and I would made like all these figures from across the movies, the games, and I had stat sheets for each character, and made this big complicated board game with tons of rules, and I would play it with my siblings. Imagine a game like this, but maybe a Dark Souls game. Imagine if they did a Dark Souls style game, but it's a cybernetic, futuristic apocalypse. And imagine if one of the bosses in the game, maybe it's the final boss, actually incorporates like an AI algorithm so that it actually calculates based on how you're playing how to defeat you. Imagine how annoying that boss would be, where it's actually analyzing your moves and, you know, fighting against your specific play style. That would drive some people insane. It'd be brilliant though. There are some people who are incorporating AI. I don't mean to keep pausing, but there are some people who are incorporating some of these AI language models into video games, and it is crazy. There's someone did it with Skyrim, where they used ChatGPT. Somehow they combined it with Skyrim so that whenever you're talking to an NPC, you can type out what you want to say to them, and they will actually respond. But each character, they everything they say is based on that specific character's background and knowledge. So in all of their dialogue, so that it actually stays within the line of that character, but you can ask them whatever you want. Really cool. And I imagine if more games incorporate that kind of a system, it's going to be insane. Because if you also use like, what's that one? There's a language one that they have out there. 11 Labs or something, where you can basically recreate voices. Then if you incorporate something like that to where anything that it generates, it'll also speak. You could have some crazy experiences playing a game like that, where you'd really feel immersed with whatever you want to say to a character. So it's exciting. And since they can already do that right now, I can't imagine the kind of games and experiences we'll have if we make it another 2 years. Oh my god, this cheap bastard. I like how his defenses regenerated as soon as I activated my special ability. That's fair. Oh crap, I'm gonna die. No! Ah! Oh my god, makes me so mad. I had no time to heal because of his spamminess. So I'm gonna just refer to this guy as now. He's Sir Spams a lot. You know what? He's a dad. He's a dad. His whole motivation is his daughter. So he's the spam daddy. New name. Thanks a lot, Spam Daddy. This isn't flying. It's falling with style. Why does his frickin' defenses refill right when I go to use my special ability? It's not fair. It's some BS. Frickin' Spam Daddy cheating over here. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure his what would you call that shirt that he's wearing? It's like a is it a Henley? I don't know. Whatever it is. Well, that shirt he's wearing, I'm pretty sure it's not lightsaber proof. So all those slices across his chest, pretty sure he's going down. Well, said we'd stream till I beat it, so I can't stop now. Boing. All right, see if I can do this quicker than last time. Alright, here we go. Next stage. Oh, you jerk. I like how he went into his own grenades, but, you know, no damage. I like how in some games, your own explosives don't hurt you. It's like, how do they program that? It's smart shrapnel. Or you're just Magneto. Was the shrapnel avoid you? It's programmed. Before the shrapnel goes, it scans your DNA to naturally avoid you. There is no other explanation.
No pants.
What do you say? No pants? I don't want to have a fight with you like that, my friend. Look at this walk. It's pretty funny.
Buddy, help!
Oh my god, he heals every time. I don't see how that's fair. I know I've said that before, but it's not fair. It's BS. Oh, come on.
Bleed out.
All right. Let's do this. Did we do it? Did we do it? I hope so. Do it. Do it now.
Put this on your daughter.
Mode, we know what it's like to grow up alone.
Please, listen to them, Papa.
All right. And when the Empire comes, will you be able to protect my little girl?
The tank top really completed the look. I'm so glad we found that.
I'm sorry, Kada. I tried.
Yeah, see, he doesn't care about his daughter. Damn. You know what? It would have been kind of cooler if he, like I said, if he started shooting Force Lightning when he was being held, just electrocutes them both. That would have been cool. What was that? Do we heal after? What? Sorry, child, we killed your father, but you can join our merry crew. It's bothering me that
How are
her
you feeling?
her little totem or whatever is bouncing on her belt.
Better. Thanks.
She's
Good.
taking this really well for a child that just watched her daughter be
We should
gunned
speak.
down.
I was not much older than you when I lost my family. For many years, I carried this pain. I did not want to feel better.
Cal, you have to clean your fingerprints off. I guess no one knows about this place, so.
I thought if I let go of the pain, I would be letting go of the people I loved. And one day,
He needs a slight redesign, I think.
I met someone who also lost his family. Together, we found another way to survive. This pain is yours. It is part of you.
When my mother died, it changed Papa. And me too, I guess.
Yes. But it does not have to define you. And you must not let it consume you.
I can't help but laugh when I see him now. Cal has turned to the dark side. Imagine fighting Darth Vader as trailer Cal. Aren't you happy I found a tank top for him? I didn't even know there was one in the game, but sure enough, I completed the ensemble. Green fire. I agree. I think I have to concur with you, my friend. I'm very surprised that his daughter is taking this so well. It's kind of surprising. The FPS on that fire was a little low compared to the rest of the game. It's kind of weird. I wish I had a second set of arms. Anyone ever thought that before? I'll be honest, I think it's a little too much where people I know in my personal life kind of give me crap about it. Because I'm like, I'll be doing something, whether it's dishes or cleaning or whatever I'm doing. Yard work, whatever. And I'm like, if I had a third or a fourth arm to hold this while I do these other things, it'd be so useful. It really would. It would help a lot. Octoweb? What's the Octoweb? You have my attention. Octoweb. What the heck was she just doing? Oh no, what's happening? And Cal stood there for 1,000 days and 1,000 nights. His hair grew long and his body grew cold.
You saved my life on Brock. You let me walk my own path when I needed to. You taught me what it truly means to be a Jedi. Now you're gone.
Did he really stand there
We will continue your legacy
till the next
Seer.
day?
We will build something that can outlast the Empire. I promise you that. I promise. But I'm scared. I almost lost myself.
We should have. They gave us so many opportunities to
Don't
use the
know if
dark
I'm
side.
ready.
I wish they would have let you choose whether you wanted to go all the way or not.
I don't know if I'm ready for what comes next.
She better not appear as a Force ghost. I'll be pretty ticked off. I don't know what my dog's doing, but I apologize for the noise. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I had a decent birthday. People wanted to do stuff for me this year, but no one did other than my significant other. She made me teriyaki chicken. It was good. It's really good. She cut it up herself for me and took out all the weird bits because I'm a super particular eater. So she made sure there were no veins in the meat, no fatty bits. Cut it all up for me. Made me some teriyaki chicken. It was good. It was really good. She made me more than I could eat, which was nice. Because then I got to share it with her, so she appreciated that. But anyway, I got to jump back into this game. What am I doing? That better not be a Force ghost. Maybe it's just a memory.
Cal, guide her through the darkness.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I don't know if that was really a Force ghost, because those who aren't familiar with the lore, they can't become a Force ghost unless they know how, and no one really knew how until Qui-Gon basically taught Yoda. But even Qui-Gon, because he didn't learn how to manifest himself as a ghost, he couldn't manifest himself visually. Which is why in the Obi-Wan show they broke all that lore by having him manifest, because that doesn't make any sense. So Yoda and Obi-Wan were technically the first ones to be able to do that. So she should not be able to. But maybe she wasn't. But I don't know. I'm assuming that it was just his memory. He probably couldn't see her. I think it was just to represent her speaking to him through the Force. So my thoughts on the game. If we're talking about it just as a game, it was a lot of fun. It needed a lot more work. It needed a lot of polish. There were way too many bugs and glitches, and the traversals were horrible at times. But the combat was a lot of fun. It was really annoying at times, but not in a bad way, more of a challenging way. I would imagine playing this game in the hardest difficulty would be a lot of fun, but incredibly frustrating. So overall, I think the game is a good game. It's definitely enjoyable. But if we're talking about Star Wars, I hated it. I really hated it because they ignored so much of the lore. They broke so much of the continuity. They ignored a lot about how the Force works. They basically neutered Vader. They neutered lightsabers. I could rant so long about it that I don't even have the energy to. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't want to just basically bitch about it for the next 10 minutes, because that's essentially what I would be doing. So that's all I'm gonna say, is that it really didn't feel like Star Wars, if you're gonna talk about the rules and lore of Star Wars. But if you ignore that, and you ignore that it's not really accurate to Star Wars, it's a fun game. Would I recommend people get it? If you like games like Souls type games, then yeah, I mean, it's just another game like that. So I'd say it could be fun. Overall, despite many things that I had problems with, I enjoyed playing it. So there's that. Let me know if you guys want me to play more Star Wars games over on the YouTube channel. I could designate a day as a Star Wars game day, and we can go through even all the classic, amazing Star Wars games. That could be a lot of fun. I would have fun doing it because I'd have a lot to talk about since it is Star Wars. So let me know if that's something you guys would want me to do. We can do it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and wait and see if there's anything at the end of the credits. Ooh, we got more.
Well, it's not exactly what we expected. But this place is our home now.
Yeah, agrees. Yeah, I guess it is. Still got a lot of work ahead of us.
It will take time to contact the hidden path.
And find the anchorites.
And build a saloon. I mean, the place is creepy, but it does have franchise potential.
True.
This belongs with you.
It belongs with all of us.
Here's this priceless artifact that can easily be damaged, and we don't have a way to repair it because the guy who repairs them is dead. You hang on to this, child. Try not to break this important thing, or we'll never be able to come back without it.
That's the spirit.
I guess they could do the same thing they did before, but it kind of broke halfway,
I'll make
so.
you something to eat. Did you ever have a scaz steak?
Scab steak? That does not sound good. I do not want a scab steak. Oh, we're back. Journey complete. You have reached the end of your journey. However, the galaxy can be freely explored, and there may yet be secrets to discover. My dog thinks I'm someone else when I use that voice. New Journey Plus. New Journey Plus is now available from the main menu. All stances and cosmetics from previous games will be unlocked, along with some new perks and lightsaber colors. It looks like red. Any skill points will also carry over to your new game. New Journey Plus, free perks. Purity grants a massive increase in weapon damage for both friends and foes. Warrior replaces standard enemies with new, more difficult combat encounters. Trendsetter randomizes your cosmetics on death. Yeah, no thanks. I think I'm actually going to do New Game Plus. I'm going to do it privately unless you guys want me to do it. If you guys want me to play that on the channel, let me know, and I will. I'll record it all, and we'll do all the side stuff as well. So, my final thoughts on the game is that if they do a third one, which I'm assuming they will, based on how this one ends, just developers, if you're listening, my dream for the third game would be to, one, make it the final game, or, because if it's not the final game, this idea won't really work, but make it the final game and make it where you actually can kind of choose whether Cal is going to make light side or dark side decisions so that you can fully go into the dark side by the end of the game or halfway through the game, and it can drastically change the outcome of the story. Or you go through a light side version of Cal and remain, in his moral high ground essentially, and keep the story probably to the way you'd want the story to go. But considering this is more of a story-driven game, I would assume they'll just keep one narrative, but I would love it if you got to choose between light or dark. That'd be great. So I hope that if they do a third one, that'll be a possibility. But regardless, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this series. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. And to be completely honest for those, and this is probably not going to go in the YouTube edit, I am not happy with this game at all. I'm really not happy with it. It doesn't feel like Star Wars to me. It feels more like a Guardians of the Galaxy game or something. Brutal Honesty doesn't get views. It can, but yeah, it depends. There's a lot of stigmatism against reaching out, and a lot of times people who do criticize it get labeled as racist or homophobic because a lot of times they'll put a character that is whatever persuasion they want to put in that moment, and if someone criticizes that character, how it's written, immediately you're a ist essentially. So it kind of gives them an excuse to get a lot of the fan base of Disney Star Wars to gang up on the original fan base by labeling them something. So, oh yeah, look, on one hand, Disney knows what they're doing. So it kind of has made this really awkward divide where now, from an outside perspective, when people look at Star Wars, they just see it as this toxic drama because they kind of created that. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. Not unless they start to pay attention to the lore and try to actually give the original fans something that they could be happy about. But I don't think they're going to do it. I think, to be honest, in their defense, I think it's kind of unrealistic to expect them to put as much love and care into it as George Lucas did, because, I mean, they didn't create it. They don't have the same passion about it as he would. So I do think it's kind of unrealistic for some people who bow down at the altar of George Lucas, so to speak, and for them to be really angry that Disney doesn't, do everything like he would, because it's not very realistic. But I mean, I wish they would do that too, but it's not realistic to expect it.